Hi, love. So today I am gonna be doing college 101, the HBCU edition, because I attend the HBCU, and I hope I can give some advice to some freshmen to help their life go a little bit easier. So yeah. But it's a lot of fruit flies in here, so I'm gonna be fanning the whole entire time. So yeah, anyways, all right, let's go ahead and start. I just happened to have on an NCCU shirt today, which is so freaking weird. I didn't even plan on making this video until like an hour ago, and I got dressed like a long time ago. But yeah, the irony, right? So number one, you're not alone, okay? Basically, you have to understand that I'm pretty sure this happens a lot in other colleges too, but you know, HBCUs have a reputation for having unity and feeling like a family. So you have to remember that whatever you're going through, somebody else is going through the same thing, more than likely. And it's probably not even somebody else. It's really probably the whole entire campus. Like, if you feel one way, if you feel strongly about one way, I highly I'm pretty sure that everybody else is feeling the same way. Like, you're not alone. If you're failing the class, I'm pretty sure the whole entire class is failing the class. If you hate Professor so-and-so, I'm pretty sure everybody else hates Professor so-and-so. If you really dislike what's going on in the CAF with this new thing they got going on, I'm pretty sure everybody else hates this new thing they got going on. Like, you are not alone. Like, everybody really feels like the exact same way you do. That might just be a college thing. I'm not sure, though. But I feel like it's an HBCU thing because we're supposed to be like a family. I don't know if people like really feel the same way on certain subjects at other colleges, but yeah, that's how I feel. So yeah. Number two, you need to be spontaneous. I don't know exactly how spontaneous you can get, but this one is not an HBCU tip. This is a straight up college tip. You can need to just be spontaneous. Like, this is your time to basically do whatever the F you want to do. Like, if you ever wanted to do anything, do it now. Like, I don't know, just like things that I don't even have to do with the college. Like, my freshman year, I was like going off campus, like, I don't know, just getting into really adventurous things. I'm like, wow, I would have never done this any other time in my life. Like, just really need to be like freaking adventurous. Like, this is your time to be spontaneous, okay? Just be spontaneous. Like, do anything you want to do. On a Saturday, go somewhere crazy, you know what I'm saying? See what's around your campus. Like, it's a lot of crazy things around my campus. So yeah, just be spontaneous. Number three, listen, don't get caught up in the hype. I'm dead serious. Like, do not get caught up in the hype. Attending HBCU, there's always going to be a party. I don't mean parties like, oh, it's a party tonight. I'm saying like just random outbursts of music and people and twerking. I don't think people twerk anymore like that. Okay, dabbing. Like, there's gonna be the most random things. There are a lot of events going on all the time. Not just events like people just, I'm talking about random events, people like the most random thing. Like, you never know what could happen at any time. You could be like in the CAF and this freaking, the cues just come out and start freaking stepping, and then next thing you know, there's a DJ in the corner. Like, crazy things like that happen. So things like this are going to happen, okay? Don't get caught up in it. If you have to go to class, go to class. Just because the AKAs came out and started doing their little dance, that does not mean you sit there and Snapchat. No, you need to go to class, okay? Because that's where you were originally headed. If you were going to the library to study, you need to continue to go to the library and study. You know what I'm saying? Like, people really get caught up in this stuff. Like, you cannot get caught up in little things like that. Like, don't get caught up in hype. Number four, don't do anything that you are not comfortable with. It is, people really say, like in high school, they say it's like in middle school all the time, like, oh, peer pressure. Listen, peer pressure is a real thing, okay? And you're not gonna feel it any other time in your life more than at college. People around you are really going to try to get you to freaking do any and everything. Don't do anything you're not comfortable with. If you're like, okay, I don't feel, if you have any type of uncomfortableness going on, don't remove yourself from the situation. because people, that's a serious situation, especially when you're talking about college, especially at a HBCU. Like, remove yourself from anything that you're not feeling comfortable with. Number 5, listen, the calf, people, the calf is not that bad. I have heard that calves at HBCUs have a horrible reputation of having this horrible food. That is not true, okay? Don't listen to the super upperclassmen. That's not true. They do not have horrible food. This is not jail, you know? Like, we actually live here, so we have to, like, actually eat. The food is not that bad. If you don't believe me, then you go out and blow all your money. Go blow your whole entire refund check on all that fast food. You go ahead, go to all those places, spend all your money on campus, buying all that food when you have free food with your meal plan in the cafeteria. Unless you live off campus or you don't have a meal plan, that's understandable, you know what I'm saying? But, like, you need to be going to the caf. Especially if you're a freshman. Do not listen to any upperclassmen. The CAF is not a bad place. First of all, you're going to meet a lot of people there. That's where you're going to meet, like, most of your friends. Like, if you don't go to the CAF, you're really missing out on just, like, socialization. A lot of crazy things happen in CAF. You're going to miss out on great moments. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've heard about a lot of fights I missed. I'm like, crap, I wasn't in the CAF. Like, where was I? I don't know. But I should have been in the CAF. Like, you need to be in the CAF. The CAF is where it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to be there. Don't go blowing all your money on other little places when the CAF offers good food. And don't say, oh, they don't have good food because they don't have what you want. They have a good variety, okay? They have a good variety. You're just picky. You're picky. Stop being picky. Stop being picky. Number 6, get your work done. This is what I'm talking about by peer pressure right here. You will have stupid classmates and peers and acquaintances that will tell you, oh no, that assignment, girl, it's only worth like 1% of your grade. You ain't gotta do it. Girl, you know Professor Logamoth, you know he is gonna accept your late work. Girl, come to this club tonight. We're gonna go turn up. You can do that paper tomorrow. I have seen this happen dead serious in that exact same order. People have convinced numerous people I know around me to go hang out with them and do their work later. The work never gets done. They don't feel bad about it because so-and-so convinced them that it was okay anyway, that you didn't even do the work because it wasn't even worth your time. What the heck do you mean it doesn't even matter? Like, what are you here for? Not to turn up? You're going to turn up all the way out of here. Like, what are you talking about? Number 7. This is really going to help you out. I know I just gave all that great advice about getting your work done and whatnot, but listen. You have to fill your professor out, okay? You have to fill these professors out. You have to know which professors are chill, which professors don't play. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to mess around and take Professor Logamoth's class serious. No, that was not the right thing to say. You're going to mess around and not take Professor Logamoth's class serious because you're treating him like Professor Darby. When Professor Darby, you know, they don't, you know, you do whatever you want to do in Professor Darby's class. But Professor Logamoth, he does not play that. Like, Professor Darby will let you turn all your work in at the end of the semester. Professor Logamoth wants his work at the end of the week. And if you treat Professor Logamoth's class like Professor Darby's class, you're going to fail. You're going to fail. So you have to really fill your professors out. Some professors do not take attendance. They don't. Some professors will tell you, I don't take attendance, I don't care. Some professors always have that checkboard, always checking. You have to fill out your professors. And if you're not sure, just go to class anyways. Number 8, use social media. I know in high school, they did not want you using your phones. But now is the time you better be using your phones. Don't tell me you do not have Snapchat. Everybody in this whole entire world has Snapchat right now. You better get Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, everything. Use all of these social media networks to your advantage because you're going to need them. There's going to come a time where you forgot when Professor Logamoth's paper was due. And you're like, oh my gosh, when is it due? I don't know. I don't know when it's due. And you're going to need to ask somebody when the heck the paper's due so you can get it done. And you can be like, well, I don't know anybody in that class's number. But you remember that you saw Elizabeth tweeting on Twitter last night about Professor Logamoth's paper. And here's what you're going to do. You're going to be able to DM Elizabeth and get the information about that paper that you need so you can pass this class, okay? Number 9. Listen, ladies. This is for my ladies. This can be for my men, too. Because I hear them talk. but this is mostly for my ladies. Listen. You know, you're an adult now, and you can do whatever you want, right? Parents aren't around. You can do whatever you want to do, except for be a hoe. Don't be a hoe. Listen, I understand that, you know, your residence hall may, you know, be lenient with the rules. You know, you can have your little boyfriends level, whatever. That's cool. All I'm saying is, don't always have Antonio in your room, okay? Sometimes you gotta switch it up, honey. You gotta go to Antonio's room, because if Antonio keeps knocking on room 433, the girls in the hall are gonna start talking. I know it's like, well, why do people care? Why do people assume? No. It's not that type of situation. Okay, listen, this is college. It's not just like he say, she say, okay? This can really like ruin you. Professors will judge you off these things. Professors hear, they talk, you know, they grade. So you gotta make a good name for yourself. I know you and Antonio might really be studying, and he really does come over at 10, and y'all really don't get done studying until 3 because you really don't understand statistics. I understand that might be true, but the girls in the hall do not care. All they see is Antonio coming in and out of your room every single night. That looks bad on your part. If the girls in the hall here, they will tell the boys from the football team. The boys from the football team will tell the guys from the basketball team. The basketball team will tell the tennis team, the baseball team, the calf workers. Everybody will know that Antonio goes to room 433 at 10 p.m. every single night and doesn't leave till 3 a.m. And they will think that you're a hoe. Unfortunately, that's how these things work, okay? That's how they work. It's college, it's HBCU. It's how it works. Professors talk. They gossip too, honey. Most of your professors are black. They definitely gossip. They're going to talk about you and Antonio coming to your room. You have to make wise decisions. You need to go to Antonio's room sometimes, okay? Switch it up, 50-50. You alternate. You go to Antonio's room, he comes to your room. You go to number 10. This ties into exactly what I just said. You're at an HBCU. Do not tell everybody your business. Don't do it. This is not high school anymore. You can't just tell one person. You can't just tell your best friend and think it's going to be, oh, good locks, BFFs, promise rings and stuff. No, it does not work like that. This is college, baby, okay? And if you're at a HBCU, this is 10 times worse. You can't tell everybody your business. I'm talking really, really private things. You need to be really low-key. You cannot tell people the smallest thing. You can't tell anybody if you think you're pregnant. You can't tell anybody if you think you have an STD. You can't just tell people that. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell anybody if you think you have a disease, a life-threatening disease. Like, you can't tell people that. You cannot tell anybody, oh, I accidentally slept with someone's boyfriend. You can't tell people that. Not random people. Not your acquaintances, your peers, people that you think are your friends. You can't tell people that. I know it sounds like common sense, but it really isn't. Like, people really fall in love with people when they get to college. I'm not talking about like relationships. I'm talking about like bonds. People really they like meet somewhere like in the library and they're like they're best friends because they click so well. But you have to really know a person before you go tell them everything. You really do. You have to think about these things because people can ruin your reputation. Like I said about the professors talk, professors do talk. And if rumors get around and you could really end up getting, expelled, I don't have any more fingers, but it's number 11. Okay, number 11. Find some good friends. Like I just said, like, this is your time. You're gonna meet a lot of interesting people from not even in this country. Like, you're gonna meet a lot of freaking crazy people. You're gonna find that one or two, good friends that you can just have for the rest of your life, like, yes, I love Elizabeth. I love Victoria, You're really gonna need friends for times where you really need to vent about somebody. You are gonna need somebody to calm you down. You're gonna need somebody to, tell you, listen, it's not that serious. Stop stressing over it. You're gonna need somebody to cry a shoulder on or whatever, however that phrase goes. You're gonna need somebody to be here for you in these situations. And it's good to have those friends, that are just there for you all the time. But it's better to have those one or two friends in the whole entire, clique. I know that sounds like, duh, Ariel, why are you telling us this? That's like, people hear this all the time in life. I understand, but like I said, I'm in college. I see this happen all the time. People, like, you would think it's self-explanatory. Like, don't involve yourself with a huge group right away. But I see people do it. They jump right into huge groups. They start getting comfortable. They start telling people about their boyfriend back home. And then, you know, they see, you know, Antonio. They think Antonio's cute. And then you got old girl in the ear saying, forget old boy back home, you know, Antonio's here. Go up to his room tonight, you know what I'm saying? And while you at it, let's go to the club. And then you meet Dad wanted Gregory. And Gregory wants your number. And you accidentally get drunk and go to Gregory's room. Got feelings for Antonio. And you got your boy back home. You have to be careful. Number 12. I don't have any more things to say. 12. Let me tell you something. You're at a HBCU. Okay? Sex, music, and marijuana. Get over it. I know what you're thinking. Like, what do you mean get over it, Ariel? I am a Christian woman. You know, I am Sister Rosie. I understand. All that's great. That's great. I'm a Christian too. Listen, let me tell you something. You're 18 now. There are no, you know, rules. People can do whatever they want. You're going to hear loud music all the time. You're going to hear loud music on the way to class. You're going to hear loud music at 8 o'clock in the morning. You're going to hear loud music in your dorm room all of the time. You're going to hear it all the time. Excuse me. Get over it. Get over it. You're going to smell marijuana. You're going to smell marijuana all of the time. People are going to walk past you. They're going to smell like they freaking just did a hot box in the car. Get over it. You can't really be all like, oh my gosh, those heathens smelling like marijuana. How dare them? You can't, no. Get over it. And sex. Let me think about sex. You're going to hear it. You're going to hear it. You're going to hear it. You're 18, which means you're an adult now. You're in college and you're at HBCU. You're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear people having sex. Get over it. I'm trying to tell y'all what to expect, because I go to HBCU, you know what I'm saying? I'm a Christian, and you know, I'm just being real. I'm being honest with y'all. These things happen, and you honestly have to learn how to get over them. Loud music, sex, and weed. Get over it. Just get over it. Number 13. If you have a problem with your roommate, do not go to the RA. I know you never hear that advice ever. You will never hear that advice. Your RA will never tell you to do anything like this. But it's the best thing to do. If you have a problem with your roommate, trust me, do not go to the RA. Because what's going to happen is, if you have a personal problem with your roommate, excuse me, that you haven't talked about with your roommate yet, your RA is going to have to come in your room and tell your roommate some information that they didn't know anything about. And then the RA is going to, you know, try to be the counselor, peacemaker. You know, everything's okay. And then your RA is going to leave. Unfortunately, you still have to sleep with this person at night. When your RA leaves, your roommate is going to come for you. Your roommate's going to be like, why didn't you tell me you had an issue with me? And like, if your roommate is legitimately having sex in your room, you know, and you told your roommate, you got to stop doing it, and they keep doing it, then that's when you go to the RA. You know what I'm saying? If you have an issue with your roommate, and your roommate asks you, are you okay with this? And you said yes, and you go to the RA? So if you have problems with your roommate, I just suggest you know, take the best possible route. You know how to address the situation and do it. Now, if all you know is cussing and fighting, then, you know, I don't know. You might want to call your good friend Sarah, who is, excuse me, Catholic or something, and get her to address the situation. Or, you know, Pastor Gregory's son or somebody come, you know, handle that situation for you. Number 14. Okay, take advantage. Take advantage of a lot of things, because let me tell you something. I don't think I should be letting the secret out. I don't think I should, but I'm gonna let it out anyways. You're at HBCU, okay? Unfortunately, the real world does not work the way it does at a HBCU. Meaning, at a HBCU, you're black. I'm assuming you're black. If you're not black, then you're not black. but I'm assuming you're black. And majority of your professors are going to be black. Majority of the people there are going to be black. So if you are having a situation like you're trying to get into something that will boost your career, or you're looking for connections, you know what I'm saying? Your professors are going to be your best friends. You'd be surprised who your professors know. Your professors at an HBCU, you get special treatment. I'm just gonna say it. You do. They really do treat us like babies at HBCU. Like, you really get a lot of special treatment. The HBCU professors, I don't know, they really give us a slide on a lot of things because we're black. I don't know if that's a good thing. I feel like they shouldn't give us a slide on everything just because we're black. And then the last thing, this is the most important one of all. If you didn't listen to anything I said, if you don't care about anything I said, listen to this. Do not lose yourself, okay? This is very important. You're in college now. This is not even an HBCU test. This is straight up. You're in college. You will be exposed to so much, you know? And it's so easy to forget who you were before you came here and just become a whole different person. A lot of people take advantage of that. You know, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I have never been popular. I'm gonna be popular now. That's great, as long as you're not like a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as you're not like a drug dealer or whatever. That's great if you want to change your life in that kind of way for a positive reason. But you have to remember who you were before here. You have to go here for 4 years, and then you have to graduate and figure out who you are. That's what you have to do. Only been to the school for 2 years. I have seen people lose themselves, straight up. I've seen people come in one way, and so far they're messed up. It's really like seeing somebody take drugs. It really is. It's like seeing, I don't know, it's like seeing someone you knew that's so innocent and so sweet, so great of a person, like get one little sniff of coke and mess their whole life up, and now they're walking around and they're a crackhead. That's really what it is like. Like, you have to be careful about who you're around and what you expose yourself to, because you can really lose yourself here. You can forget who you are, who you were, and become a whole different person, and not in a good way. Would your mama approve of what you're doing right now? I hope my college 101 for the HBCU people helped some freshmen. So I hope this helped some people, and yeah, bye.